Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing some research for myself to see if there's any option plays I want to put on tomorrow. People have expressed interest in seeing how I set up my plays and make my shopping list, so I'm just going to record this video, and if it turns out to be a decent video, I'll upload it, and then obviously it was if you guys are seeing this. So first off, what I'd like to do is look at how much I'd be willing to put on. So I'll be looking at my net lick over here. I'm going to throw that in here real quick. 400, and then I look at my maintenance. I'm at 37.5, and right here is my percentage of my margin ratio is at 20%. I'm fine with going up to 0.3 or 30%, and that's what this cell is calculating. So I can put on up to 18,000. That's a lot of buying power that I can play with. So we got room to shop. So let's go ahead and go shopping. Over here you can see my current plays, so obviously tickers that I'm already in, I'll probably be skipping those, but I usually just work off my watch list. So these are things that I'm used to playing with, but we'll go and jump around and see if there's any good plays on here. So I guess first off, let's start off with Apple over here. Let's take a look at Apple. And I use Thinkorswim to do all my research just because I'm more familiar with that system. Go ahead and look at the 1 year over here. I'm looking at Apple. I might be interested in something below this. That's pretty low, 123. And that's just because I see that there's a lot of action here. You can see that by the volume profile. It's also below the 50% Fibonacci that's already on here. So 50%. I'm actually curious if there's any good patterns going on. I doubt there's anything that'd be worth using. Probably not. That looks like a lot to put on, so I'm just gonna leave that off actually. So let's see if there's anything good at like the 125 range for Apple. So I'm gonna go to trade. Here's Apple. I like to look for selling puts, so that's why I go down low pretty quick. And I tend to go 30 days out, so let's look at 25%, or sorry, 30 days out. You said 125. This is 93% probably out of the money, which is pretty safe, but $44 for 12,500 wrist is not that much. I'll go ahead and pull up the calculator real quick and some quick math here. So the ask and the bid are 42 and 44, so let's just do 43 divided by 12500. So we're looking at 0.3% return for a month hold. So that's why Apple's not going to be something that I do. We can go ahead and look at AAL real quick, because that was on my watch list. When I do this, I typically look for things that have big down days or green days. So I don't usually do this on Mondays. Okay, what we got going on with AAL? They're actually at a low here. I'm curious what like the 18 range would look like in terms of premium. So I'm going out. Here's AAL, 32 days out. 18, 63%. I don't like being that close of a delta. 17.5. Oh, let's go ahead and go 8, 17. That looks like some decent premium out here. Is there any earnings coming up? Earnings, you can see by the blue line here, is on 10/21, so no earnings coming up. A little bit of volume here at the 1750. 16. Let's take a look at this 16. Maybe I'll actually put one on here. 16. That's about a 1% return for a month hold. And 82%. I might actually put this one on. So now this is one I actually like. So I'm gonna go to my spreadsheet here, and I'm gonna start typing in what I was looking at here. So 16. AL 924.21 expected premium. I'll say I'll put it on if I get a quarter out of it. We'll say 83%. Margin requirement. This is where I go to Trader Workstation, and I'll look up the play real quick. Usually have my entire spreadsheet available to me on the second screen, but trying to record everything here, so I'm a little bit slower than normal. So 23rd, wait. September 23rd. Or I guess it was September 24th, wasn't it? What's going on here? That's interesting. Okay, so September 24th is showing up there. September 24th. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. This is kind of late. Okay, so sell. You can see it costs $272 per contract at this. So I'm going to put that in here, $272. If I do this, maybe I'll put on 2 of these because I wouldn't mind taking the AAL at that point. And this is about a month return. The strike price that I was looking at, I should probably put that in here. Strike 16, so that's a 1.56% return. So that might actually be something I put on. I'm not going to mess with any of those. Clorox, do I have Clorox stuff on already? I have a put spread. So I'm not opposed to putting something else on because that put spread is pretty far out of the money. So let's go ahead and take a look at Clorox real quick. Now I know they already had earnings recently, so there's your earnings. We're going back up to where this volume is at 180. So the low was at 159. So let's see what the premium would be. Oh, we'll check 162 and 160 and see what's up there. So CLX a month out. I like to go 4 weeks out. 160. Actually, the probability of the money 77%. 140. So it's less than 1%. Since I already have stuff on, I'm gonna pass on this. If I didn't have Clorox on, I might consider doing 1 contract at the 160 mark a month out. I'm a bit bullish on Clorox, but since I already have some put spreads in play, I'm not gonna put on more for less than a 1% return on that. Switch back to here. Fastly, actually, I think I put something on Fastly today. Coke. I haven't looked at Coke in a while. Let's check out Coke real quick. So this is really my process for just kind of looking through. Just always look at the chart. So we got Coke. Coke's been going up. It's a bit gap happy. If I was to put something on here, I want to like be below where this volume is. At minimum below this volume, but I don't want to be that close. We got dividend coming up. Earnings is a while out, so let's go ahead and see what's on 50. $6 away from the money on Coke. There's probably not gonna be much premium, but let's go ahead and take a look here. Oh wow, there's nothing there. So $10 per 5,000 wrist. That's not gonna wet my beak there. So gonna pass on Coke and just move down the list. Kroger. In the past, I'd like to do Kroger at 30. So let's see if, looking at the chart now, anything has changed on that. It's been a while since I've done any Kroger plays, but I also haven't looked at the chart recently. And we got earnings coming up in a couple of weeks, so actually I'm just going to set this one out because of that automatically. Plus it's had a run up before that. So if anything, I'd be looking to do like a call spread that's a call spread that would expire before this. But if I was to do that, I'm not sure how high I would go because we're in our uncharted territory. So again, this is going to be one that I'm just going to pass on. Well, shoot, I'm hoping I could find some place to put on that spreadsheet, but we're going through pretty quick here. Microsoft 304. Take a look at some Microsoft. Again, another thing that's been going up forever. You just had a pretty big boost to the top side. I'm bullish on Microsoft, but because of this run-up, I don't want to be selling a put against it. And you know me with calls, I'm really hesitant to go in on calls. And again, I think we're in uncharted territory with Microsoft, so I'm not going to bet against it either. So this is going to be a pass. What else we got here? NIO. This is kind of more of a risky play, but let's go ahead and look here. I probably want to be under 33 But let's go ahead and check out that chart real quick. So NIO. Okay, maybe we can do under 36 here. Actually, let's get below this gap here. 30. Ooh, there's gonna be nothing that deep. 34. All right, let's look what the premium looks like a month out. Oh, there's like a 3% return for a month out. I'm not against this horribly. Maybe even 30 here. We did say 30. Maybe I'll do a contract on NIO. I'll just put it on here just for now. I'm not sure if I actually do it, but go ahead. NIO 924.21. We're doing the 30 strike. Premium was what? Looking at the bid and the ask, so 0.41. That's 86%. We'll switch to United Brokers and grab that margin maintenance just to get that in there. I'm looking at 336, which is nothing. That's again, that's a month out. Let's put that in there. And small return on NIL. I don't know if I'll be doing that one or not, but we'll put it on the list for now and see if anything better comes along. NVIDIA. I don't want to be playing that one. O. Let's take a look at O. Like O's been sitting about 70. I think that's what it was sitting at before the pandemic crash happened. There seems to be a lot of volume taking up place in here. As you can see, this bar over here is moving pretty far. That's just where a lot of price action is, a lot of volume gets traded at. So if you get under that range, that would give you time to react to it going down, essentially, most of the time. So I wouldn't be opposed to selling at the 70 strike. Over here, again, we got another support at 67.50-ish, which I know is another strike for O, but let's go ahead and look at the chart. So we got O, we'll do a month out, 67. I mean, that's very low premium, but it's O, which I would not mind taking an assignment on, so I'm not sure if I want to do that. Let's go ahead and check this far out. 72%. Is there earnings coming up? No, until 10/29. So earnings is after this. I'm not opposed to putting that one on, even though it's a bit longer than I tend to do. So 10/15/21 premium. I'd be looking for higher fill because it's a longer thing. So if I can get filled at 0.85, I'll do that. It's a little closer to the money, but again, I'm not afraid to take assignment at that price. Let's go ahead and switch to O over here, find out what the margin maintenance is. October, click sell. Margin maintenance 113. I'll do one on that. 67.5. It's actually 2 months out, so we'll throw a 2 in there. So the return per month, I don't think they actually calculated right. So I think this is actually wrong. This is probably more like 0.6% per month. So it's a bit lower than I would like. But it's and that's usually pretty safe. Pfizer, I'm pretty sure Pfizer's just been in a pretty big uptrend, but let's take a look at it. Oh yeah. Man, I remember having like calls back here in this range. If I would have just held those were printing pretty good. All those PMCCs I had to close out. You saw those short against it, and you miss out on those big runs. I don't even think we need to look at the chain to say like selling options at the 40 range is gonna be like nothing. But we'll do it real quick. $47 per 4,000 pass. What else we got here? Rocket. I think I sold some puts on Rocket today, actually. Yeah, so I'm going to skip that one because I already have a play on that. The Snow is a stock I want to like sell call spreads against. But I'm going to wait until Snow pops back up towards like 290 or 300 range before I do it. And that'd be like a gambler's play right there. So I don't even need to look at Snow on this one. SRPT. When SRPT gets back down to like 65, it might be a play that I might buy a call on. So buying some premium on that if it drops back down. It seems to be swinging from 65 to 85 pretty frequently. But I'll wait until it comes back down. T, I already got plenty of leaps on T. And there's just not much premium on that. I know that. TME, I have some leaps on already. And those are pretty down. Tesla, I don't usually play Tesla, but let's go ahead and take a look at the chart, see what's going on with Tesla. I think with Tesla, I would stick to doing spreads if I was actually going to play it. And I just don't know how to like read Tesla at all. Like there's a lot of volume at the 674 range here. It's just that like if it falls below this, like it can gap log down to 430, so that scares me. And then over here we've seen that it jumps up to 900. I think if you're gonna be playing this, use spreads. I might be tempted to maybe sell like a call spread against this, but let's take a look at. Here, actually, I'll switch to analyze on this guy. So we're go. I don't even think I want to go like a month out, so this will be like a 2-week play. Let's see if there's any premium going up this high. So let's say 800. I'm just curious what this would look like. So this would be a call spread, a $10 spread, so this would be a $1,000 bet. And then we go to risk profile here. Wait, did I sell that wrong? Oh, that's right. Okay. So we're looking at the blue number here, so I can make $36 if I sell that play, but I lose $964 if I was wrong. So like, there's better spreads out there than to be doing that safe, and unfortunately, that's how far out I would go on Tesla, which is why you don't see me play Tesla that often. Wish, I have a lot of stuff in Wish, if you've seen any of my videos, so I'm not adding anything more there. Zoom, we'll take a look at Zoom, although I could tell you already I wouldn't play it until it hits like the 320 level, or if it goes back up to 400. So here's Zoom. Remember at Zoom we had like some dip, we showed some weakness when we broke through like this kind of level of support we had. So there's weakness over there. But if I was to play this, I'd wait until after earnings. I'm not playing Zoom during earnings because it could shoot either direction. If you look at previous earnings, here it shot down after gapping up. Here it shot down. Here it gapped up like crazy. So I'm not going to play it because of Zoom. But when Zoom gets back to like 320 after earnings, I'll sell puts around the 270 level. If it goes back up to like 400, I'll sell some call spreads against it. I've had pretty good success with that so far. Let's go back here. We got Ford on the list, although I haven't really played Ford too much. It was one of the first stocks I was trading back when I was like 5. So it was a good learning stock for me. Now it's all the way up to 12. Would have doubled my money if I just held on to everything. So Ford, no earnings for a while. I probably want to get below this level of support where there's a lot of action. So what is that, like 1150? Let's see what's over here. Month out, 1150. Oh, you get like a 1% return, 80%. I mean, it seems kind of silly to be putting them on, right? I don't know. Let's put some Ford on there. We'll put Ford up as a legit option. And 24, 21. We'll do the 1150. Premium was how much? We'll see if we can get filled at 16 tomorrow. All right, that's 79%. It's Ford. We can put a couple Fords on. What's the margin requirement for this? 24. Click sell. 256 per contract. So about a 1% return per risk. Sorry about that cough. Okay. What else we got going here? Yeah, those don't even look at those. There's some stocks that are on my watch list that I just have on here just for amusement purposes. I wouldn't actually play them. Airbnb. Let's take a look at their. I don't think I actually ever made a play on Airbnb, so I'm not too familiar with that chart. We've got no earnings coming up. It's at a level of support. We got a resistance at 130. It looks like with a peak spike or a spike in volume here. So I'm not too familiar with this one. Let's take a look at the 2-year. Oh, so they're still low over the course of 2 years. I like that actually. Look at the 180 day. So 135 has some volume. So if I'm going to sell something on this, it would be at the 130 range. So let's switch this back to 1 year, 1 day. Just curious if there's any patterns in here too. This is something that James Rowe showed. Nothing came up. That's too bad. All right, so we're looking at 130 a month out. And actually, since we have so many plays at this strike, maybe I'll go out an extra week just because a lot of our plays are all expiring in the same week there. So 130, 81%, a little over 1% return per month. How's the 125 look? I think I might actually look at the 125 range, just 'cause I'm not too familiar with the stock. So I might go a little safer than I normally do, even though that 130 strike, looked pretty good to me. So let's go ahead and throw that one in the shopping list. So we got the 130 is, we'll try to get a fill at 125. Try to get a fill at a $1.05 on it, 87%. $1.05, 87. We got Airbnb. 10/1. What do we say? The 125. And then gotta throw this into Interactive Brokers real quick. Airbnb. October 1st, 125. 1351. Ooh, it's actually a bit more than I thought, but we'll throw it in there. You see, we still got a lot of room to buy, even if I bought all these, or put on all those plays at the same time. AMD, I'm bearish on AMD. You saw me do bearish zebras on them, but I'm not looking to do that right now, so I'm just going to skip that guy. The ARK funds I haven't really had much success with, so I'm not playing those unless they're near all-time lows or something like that. So for RK, if RK was at 100, then I might be looking at that. If RG was in the 70s, I might look to play that. Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat's usually a decent one. Do I have something on Beyond Meat? Let me check that real quick. Looking. I actually don't have anything on Beyond Meat. Alright, let's take a look at Beyond Meat real quick. Beyond Meat, earnings, 11.2. We're below a lot of volume here. Dip below 100. I don't remember that happening. It's been a while since I played Beyond Meat. So I definitely want to be below 100 if I was going to play Beyond Meat, because it showed that it can drop really fast here. If you look at that. Even after earnings here, it confirmed the down movement there. That was kind of weird. So if I was to play Beyond Meat, I'd be looking at the 100 level, 1% return on it. But when I think about it, I wouldn't really want to own Beyond Meat, so I'm not actually going to put this on my shopping list. But if I was going to play it, this would be about a 1% return per month, 86% probability of the money, which is usually safe compared to what I tend to do. Just, I'm not feeling love for Beyond Meat right now, so I'm not going to put that on the shopping list. Cat. It's been a while since I've done Cat. Let's take a look at Cat. And so we've been trending down a little bit here. The next high volume area, all the way down to the 180 range. So I'm gonna be under 180 if I was to put a put on this. We got time before the earnings, so let's take a look at the chart. So I said 180. That's a pretty wide gap here. Even if you got filled with the middle, let's say $1, that's not enough return for me to even to make $100. I'd be risking $18,000. I'll pass on this. 0.5% return for a 39-day hold. So that's why I'm going to pass on that guy. Let's go back to here. CCL, I got plays on that. Costco, I had a bearish deeper on Costco. Closed that, and it's continued going up, so I guess that was the right call on that one. Beyond Meat, or not Beyond Meat, sorry. Campbell's Soup, I already have some puts on, so we skip that. These I don't really play. Disney, do we want to look at Disney? I doubt I'll see something that I like on Disney, but it's been a while since I looked at the charts. So let's go ahead and take a look at Disney real quick. It's been trading in a flat range here for a while. It's at the middle of this range here. We just had earnings, so it already found support from the earnings here. I don't know. Where's this next gap here? This is a tough one. That's an old fib that I don't think matters anymore. It looks like it's established itself up here, so I'm going to actually remove that fib. But I'm going to draw the new one starting from this support down here. And the defined top, recall this, the defined top on this guy. Dang, that's not really that helpful of a Fibonacci here, is it? Let's see what happens if we draw one at this level here. And so I'm drawing it here because I see like a bunch of points where it bounces off that line. And then we got the defined top here. And again, it doesn't seem to hit off these fibs too much the way I would use the fib as a confirmation kind of thing. Well, it's hitting off this guy. I don't know. I just don't think this fib is too strong of an indicator for me. So I'm not going to play Disney. Although if I was going to, I want to be below the 165. I'm just curious what that would be. 165. It's only 128, so it's not even 1% return. Although it is 81% probability. What if we go a little shorter? Sorry, I already forgot what strike I was saying. 165. $68. Yeah, no, not enough for me. I've been spoiled with high premiums. I think that is making me a lot harder for me to put on new trades. Facebook, no thank you at that price. I don't play GME. Home Depot. Been a while since I've looked at them, so let's take a look. If you're still watching this video, go ahead, like, subscribe, because you must be liking this content if you're still with me here. Alright, so you can see I have some old Fibonacci's on here, and it did play off the Fibonacci's back there. Quite a bit, actually. And then we just had this big run up. I don't like being in this like high territory up here. Like, honestly, if I was going to play Home Depot, I want to be like down the 270 range, and that's so far out of the money. Yeah, there's not even enough action in here to get filled. You can tell because the spread is just so huge on all these strikes. In order for the premium to be worth it for me, it looks like I'd have to be at the 315 mark. That's way too close to me. And even then, the spread is so huge, it'd be hard to get out of that position when you do have a profit. So that's a pass on Home Depot. Intel, do I have an Intel play on? Thought I put something on, but I guess maybe I didn't. There it is. I already have a put on Intel. So we'll go ahead and click on that. And so I have the September 10th 51 put on Intel, and I received 46 cents for it, and it looks like it's actually at 46 cents. So you can actually just follow that trade if you really wanted to. Let's go back to the watch list over here. JD, haven't played JD. Haven't really played JP Morgan. KMB, I've done PMCCs on them quite a few times, but let's go ahead and take a look at the chart. Okay, so it looks like the kind of range bound between 128 and 138 is at the upper end of that range. I mean, it'd be nice if, if you bought some leaps or something and it shot up, but who knows in this current market here. So if it gets back down to like the 130 range, I might be looking to open up more leaps. If I was going to sell puts, it's tough to see like where you're going to find resistance, because if you look at the volume profile over here, like there's action everywhere in this range. So I don't really like that. But let's take a look. What if we were to go down to the 128 range, or is that too far out for KMB? That's a wide spread. If you can get filled at $2 here, that would be an awesome play, but that's a wide spread. I don't think we'd find a fill in there, so it's not even worth me looking at. I'll pass on those. MRK. Rocket, I have puts on Rocket. ROKU is one that's just kind of always on my watch list. I don't think I've ever actually played on them. Same as Shopify. SOFI. Do I have a SOFI play on? You know what? I don't want to look at SOFI because I have a lot of riskier plays on already, so we'll take that one off the list. Soxels. Virgin Galactic, I have puts on Virgin Galactic already. Pins, I have a play on pins. I think that pretty much wraps up this scouting for me. So I did come up with a couple plays that I'll be looking at to see if I can get fills on. And that only uses up about 4,600. Maybe I'll do an extra contract of O on this guy then. Well, yeah, we'll do that. We'll look to put on 2 O's then. Put up a little bit more margin maintenance there. Facebook. Yeah, all right. So I think that kind of wraps up this video. You just saw me make a shopping list for Tuesday. And if you like this kind of content, let me know, and maybe I'll make more videos like this. If people don't like it, then obviously I'm not going to put out more. So let me know what you guys think, and I hope you guys have a good week trading.